Hi everyone and welcome to this video. In this video I thought I'd show you how I protect my light sensor from the elements and very briefly about how this thing's connected and what I use it for. So to start with, you can see here this is the GY30 light intensity sensor, and I've used this module and I've also used the BH1750 sensor too, and they're both pretty much the same and they're both good. Anyway, what I do is that you can see there are actually 5 pins there. If this thing's going to focus, is it going to focus? Yeah, there you go. You can see 5 pins. I've got some Ethernet cable and it's a few meters long and it's solid core Ethernet cable. It's premium Ethernet cable. So the 5 pins there I connect to the Ethernet cable. So obviously Ethernet's got 8 pins, so 3 of them are not used. But anyway, I connect those pins to it, and then that goes through a hole in the wall and that goes to the nano. I'll show you this in a minute. And then the nano polls it for data and then sends it to the ESP32, and the ESP32 does what it needs to do for my solar AI project. Anyway, so having said that it's got all the cable and all that and it's wired up properly, it needs to be protected. And that's what brings me to this video. So this is how I've made my case, if you like. So I'll just put that to the side for 1 second. So I've got it's like a little food container, and it's I think it's about 200 ml food container, something like that. I've actually got 2 of these. This is the one that's unused. The reason why this is unused is because, as you can tell here, it's translucent and it needs to be transparent. So this is my first one, which I don't use. The other one is the same as this but only transparent. Anyway, so this is how I did it. I've got 3 holes there and I have a plate. The plate is a steel plate and it's a T-shape, so it goes across here and then down here in a T-shape, of course. So what happens with the T-shape is that when the plate's attached, I push the T-shape in, the prong bit, and it sort of jams underneath the solar panels. And I'll show you this again in a minute. But anyway, so that's how I fix it to the panels. And this hole here, what I do is that this is in the lid, and the lid actually becomes the base of the case. It goes like that. This bit faces the sky, this bit faces the floor. So this hole here, which I cut with a hole borer, a drill bit basically, the light sensor gets pushed through there, of course, like this, and then as you can imagine there's an Ethernet cable which is loose. So what I do with that is I've got a piece of polystyrene, I don't actually know what it's called, it's like a polystyrene cylinder, basically, cylinder shape. It was a long piece and I cut about 6 centimeters or so of this cylinder, and I sliced it down the middle and then put the wire through the slice, and then what I did is I rammed it through here, and the polystyrene sort of expands here so as to make the thing watertight, and it works very, very well. So I'm going to show you that now. I thought I'd just do this inside because it's a lot easier to work with the camera this way. I'm going to go outside now and show you the end product. So here's the light sensor, and you can see the bottom piece or the lid with the hole through it, and there's the polystyrene piece which I shoved through, and you can see the slit there where the cable goes through, the Ethernet cable. There's the little T piece of steel, and there it is. So I'll just put the lid on now. I'm going to do this one-handed, so it's really awkward. So there it is with the lid on. You can actually see the sensor inside it, and there it is closed. You can see this lid here. This is off the previous little enclosure that I had. It was a glass jar and I cut a hole in the lid and threaded it through there, but it wasn't particularly good. This plastic thing is much better. So there's the bit that sticks out, and all I do is, you see this hole here? Push that through there, like that. This is so awkward doing this one-handed on the top of a ladder. There you go. And there it is. And from the bottom, there's the light sensor case there. You can see a hole there, and then it goes through the wall. Okay, so then it goes through the wall, it goes down here, down this bit of wall, and then it goes to the microcontrollers. You can see two Ethernet cables, but one of them is the light sensor, and it's this one here, and you can see it going to the Nano, and the Nano does all the polling in my solar station, and it sends it to the AI controller, which is an ESP32. So anyway, that's a bit of info about my light sensor and the case which protects it. It's a very cheap way of getting around it, and to be quite fair, it's quite good. It's watertight, and you know, it's been very well up to now. Anyway, I hope this video helped you, and thank you for watching. Bye!